Hey, what's going on, everybody? JB here for the unbiased short take. It's going to be a little different for a few weeks because I am moving with my wife finally. So you guys knew I was not living with my wife due to the job and everything. So, but I'm moving in with her finally. So it's going to be short takes for a week or two. So, starting off, I'm just going to say my Steelers are 3-0. You guys are all laughing stocks because everyone said that we're going to be the worst team in the division. No, now we're the best team, one of the best teams in the division, and one of the best teams in the NFL. So, and for that, this is my week 4 predictions. But it's going to be a little different, like I said. But for tonight's game, Thursday night football, Cowboys and Giants. I'm honestly probably gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys on this one. Yes, they had a rough start against with the Ravens, but they did fight back, but they still lost. So that's who I'm picking. So now next, the Saints and the Falcons. Now the Saints, I was very heartbroken when they had that huge run for the first 2 weeks, and then they just flatlined. I mean, Falcons, I did kind of see it, but I mean, they're still in a work in progress. But I'm gonna pick the Saints on this one. I'm picking the Saints over the Falcons. And then the Rams over the Bears. The Rams has been looking horrible, and so has the Bears. And yes, Caleb Williams looked so good against the Colts. Are we kidding me? The Colts. Like the Colts has probably one of the worst defenses in the league by far. And Anthony Richardson can't throw short passes for some odd reason. It just either gets incomplete or. But he can throw deep. He can throw deep. But I hate Chicago. I'm tired of hearing Chicago fans saying it's like, oh, this is our year. It's just like the Cowboys, right? They're saying it's our year. We found our quarterback. Justin Fields sucks now. Blah 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 blah. He said that with all new quarterbacks. So even if the Bears win, which is not gonna happen, I'm picking the Rams just because I hate the Bears. And I think the Rams defense can at least hold Caleb Williams because I feel like the Rams defense is better than the Colts defense. Vikings over the Packers. Vikings are on a really, really hot start. They're one of the few teams that is undefeated right now. And I think Sam Darnold is looking really nice. And but so are the Packers, even though they are 2-1. But I'm going to say this, though. I think the Packers are going to get the Vikings their first loss. So give me the Packers on this one. And now, Steelers versus Colts. And I'm going to pick the Steelers. Here's why. The Colts offensive line is really not that good, right? The Steelers defense is #1 defense in the league right now. We're holding less than 200 yards per game, and we're averaging 6 points allowed on our defense. So we're #1 in the league, even though it's really not saying anything, but we have the less points, less yardages, most turnovers. Like, give us a break. So, #1 defense, and I think Anthony Richardson is going to have a heyday. Not gonna have a heyday. He's gonna eat a lot of dirt, eating on both ends of the field. Because TJ Watt on one end, Cam Hayward, Nick Herbig, and then our secondary. We're just gonna eat them all up. I feel like we have one of probably top 3 secondaries in the league right now. And then the Colts defense sucks. Clearly we've seen how Caleb Williams did it. There's nothing really to say. Out of all teams, Caleb Williams had 2 touchdowns. So, and he's one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. So give me the Steelers on this one. It's a no-brainer. Broncos and Jets. I'm gonna say the Jets on this one. Even though Broncos are on a rough start, they have Bo Nix as the quarterback, but the Jets are looking pretty good right now. Right now they're 2-1, and they're gonna keep the streak alive right now. And Aaron Rodgers is looking good, so give me the Jets. Eagles and Buccaneers. The Buccaneers had a rough start, or a rough game last week, which I was very surprised on as well. But they're at home. Right now they're 1-1 at home. But I'm gonna put the Bucs. I'm picking the Bucs because the Eagles are a rough team. They're either they start out good or they start out horrible. And if they start hot, they're gonna win. And if they're gonna start rough, they're gonna lose. There's no point to it. And yes, they'll probably fight back in the end, but it's that defense. The Eagles defense is the one that really puts me not there anymore. So give me the Buccaneers. The Bengals versus the Panthers. Panthers was looking outstanding last week. They got their first win when they put in I forgot their quarterback's name. I'm sorry. But anyways, Bengals off to a rough start. They're 0-3. Honestly, they shouldn't be 0-3 right now. But I'm going to pick the Bengals on this one, even though Panthers had a really nice start, or a really good game last week. But I think the Bengals are going to pull off the win. The Jaguars and the Texans. Jaguars are there's so much confusing on with the Jaguars right now. they're a good team, but they just it's still going to be a rough start for them. But I'm going to pick the Texans on this one. Um, like there's really nothing to worry about with the Texans. So give me the Texans on that game, and the Commanders and the Cardinals. Am I going to take command? And I am still not going to take command. I'm picking the Cardinals, even though the Commanders, they are the second team. I think the second team, in the in the NFL that did not record a turnover or punt the ball. So kudos to the Commanders, but I'm going to pick the Cardinals for this game. For the Patriots and the 49ers. The 49ers are going off to a rough start. Same thing with the Patriots. Jacoby Brissett, I think Mays is going to be the starting quarterback for this game. And he actually looked pretty decent. But I'm going to pick the 49ers on this game. Even though they still don't have Christian McCaffrey, and I think Debo is still doubtful, so it's going to be. But actually, no. Scratch that. I'm going to pick the Patriots over this game. The 49ers are going to be 1-3. So then in the next game, the Browns and the Raiders. Raiders are coming off a rough start since they got beaten to the Carolina Panthers. And the Browns just suck. I mean, come on. They're horrible, and I do believe the Raiders are going to win this game because they have the fluctuate of win-loss. So I think they're going to win this game, and the Browns are going to be still horrible. And then Chiefs and Chargers. I think the Chiefs are going to win this game. It's not going to be by far. So yeah, I think Justin Herbert is going to play this game. But yeah, I do believe still the Chiefs are going to win this game. There's no question about it. And Sunday Night Football. Yeah, Sunday Night Football. Bills and the Ravens. I'm going to pick the Ravens on this game. It's still the Bills. Actually, no. I'm picking the Bills. Yep. Ravens are still going to be on a rough start early in the season, but I think they're going to bounce back. But yeah, the Bills are on a really hot start, and they're going to keep pushing it. So yeah, the Bills are going to win Sunday Night Football. And we have two Monday Night Footballs. The first one is the Titans and the Dolphins. I think even though the Titans are 0-3, the Dolphins are horrible now. They don't have Tua right now. But I do believe the Titans are going to win this game. Yep, they're finally going to get their first win this season, and it's going to be against the Dolphins. Seahawks and Lions. Give me the Lions on this game. Even though the Seahawks are 3-0, but the one loss that the Lions have is because of Dane Campbell. I'll just say it out right now. It's because of Dane Campbell. But give me the Lions on this game. They're way too good. I still believe the Lions are way too good, and the Seahawks are the team that you know, shouldn't be 3-0 right now. But they are. But give me the Lions on this game. So, and that's all we have for the short take. Like I said, I'm moving, so it's going to be a rough few weeks. So it's going to be short takes until I actually get my full setup in here and set up, and everything will be all good to go. So until then, see you all next week.